My next guest says investors looking to so-called reopening stocks aren't going to find growth there. He says a new American economy is emerging and pandemic outperformers may once again lead the way. Let's bring in Kevin Mahn. He's president and chief investment officer at Hennion and Walsh Asset Management. Kevin, it's good to have you. Is Apple part of the new economy? Who else is in this basket?
Apple is certainly part of the new economy. Some have suggested, Kelly, that the potential growth opportunities of the stocks and companies within industries that benefited and perform well during COVID-19 have likely subsided. To the contrary, we believe that some of these areas may, in fact, provide the leadership to the new American economy that is slowly emerging now from the pandemic. And as you correctly said in the opening, this goes way beyond the simple reopening trade and marks what we believe to be a societal shift in the way that both businesses and human operates in the areas such as healthcare, notably biotechnology, technology, but not just the traditional providers of technology, such as mainframe hardware, software, but some of the more revolutionary providers of technology, like artificial intelligence, robotics, cybersecurity, and of course, the last and not least is e-commerce.
But what about the hard stocks like Peloton, Zoom, some of these that are obviously part of the new economy, although you could argue maybe Peloton's more of a fad. But my point is about the valuation. So, you want the right story, but also at the right price.
Absolutely. And with valuations remaining stretched right now, you need to consider the price to earnings ratio of a lot of these companies. You also need to look at the earnings history, the profitability of these companies, and their forward-looking outlook. Will these companies remain as part of the new American economy in the months and years ahead? It's hard to argue that biotech is not going to remain critical, as there are more and more rare and chronic diseases for us to treat and cure. It's hard to imagine a society where we're not shopping more and more online, and then, of course, working and educating and shopping more remotely than we ever have before. That's why we see the opportunities in these revolutionary technology areas, in e-commerce, not just the online retailers, and of course in those smaller cap biotech names, Kelly.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.